On Monday, Trump received a visit from the bosses of the nation's three biggest retailers, Target, Walmart and Home Depot, warning him shelves would be empty as a result of his trade war, and disruptions to supply lines could be seen in as little as 2 weeks.
美国三大零售巨头突然宣布恢复从中国进口了。哎呦，美国最终还是扛不住了。这事儿说起来就有点打脸的意思了。这可真的是给美国政府上了生动的一课。嘴上是喊着脱钩，身体却诚实的恢复了中国进口，还让这个美国消费者扛下了所有的关税。这一举动瞬间点燃舆论。那他们为什么要公然对抗川普的关税呢？你想想，狗急了也咬人呢。当货架要空的时候，这谁还管得了这些
Have you guys seen the ports? If you haven't seen the ports, go ahead and look in your search bar for Los Angeles ports or Seattle ports, because it is being reported they're an absolute ghost town. The last ships are coming in at the end of this month. And on the East Coast, it's not getting any better. The last ship coming in from China is targeted for May 10th. And if you look at ports in China, the largest port in China, it is an active, busy hub. So it shows you it's not something that's sweeping the globe here. This is not COVID. This is more directed. This is direct effect of Donald Trump and his tariffs. And I'm not going to come in here and fearmonger and say we're not going to have anything, but you better believe if ships are not docking and they are not taking goods off those ships and they are shipping empty, 40+% of ships are shipping like empty or close to empty. What do you think that's going to happen? The only logical conclusion is there are going to be less goods on the shelves. And it's not only going to be, your toys and electronics and things that you can get by without during a recession. It's going to be food, vegetables, fruits, grains, all sorts of things like that we import. We import a lot of beef and pork and things like that. Even though we have it here, we also import a lot of food as well. A lot of other meats from other countries. And you're going to see a drastic change in the next coming month. In the grocery store, in the retail shop, Walmart CEOs, Target, Home Depot, those CEOs sat down with Trump and said, look, the shelves are going to be barren. We are going to be in a huge issue. And even if he stops the tariffs today and says, oh boy, it was a huge mistake, that doesn't just turn around. So I myself am going to be going to Costco and buying some of those staples, making sure I have a big ass bag of rice, some beans, toilet paper, whatever. I'm not saying panic shop. Don't panic shop, but just make sure maybe you buy an extra of what you normally buy. Get yourself a little bit of extra shelf-stable foods so that you make sure you have something, because these ports, they're empty. That's not hyperbole. That's not fear-mongering. That's just the truth. And two, you're not going to have those things on the shelf. We're not getting them in from these countries. When the ports are empty, the shelves will be empty. And this is all thanks to one man and his stubborn ignorance, just absolute nonsense, and having no understanding of how anything works in this world. We saw it the first time around and we knew it was going to be worse the next time. So here we go. Welcome to Trump's world.
话说这事得从今年4月21号说起。美国三大零售巨头 CEO 这些可都是顶尖的大人物一块去了白宫，跟特朗普开了个闭门会议。这会议那气氛可紧张了。这些大佬们可不是去给特朗普拜年的，他们是去逼宫的那啥叫逼宫呢？就是逼着特朗普去改变主意这大佬们是拿着厚的数据报表跑到特朗普面前，给他算了一笔账。总统先生您这么搞2周之后全美国的超市货架就得空30%，这老百姓买东西都买不着，这还得了
？A dire warning tonight from leaders at some of the country's largest retailers. President Trump's trade war with China could empty their shelves and send prices skyrocketing within weeks. KCAL News political reporter Tom Wade is live in Burbank now to show us why so many products could be impacted. Tom?
And Pat, those leaders not mincing words there, a very dire warning, as you said. And the reason for all of this, especially here at Target, is a lot of the products are from China, anything from electronics to housewares, you name it, a lot of it comes from China. So these tariffs are bound to have a huge impact. Higher prices and empty shelves. That's the warning from executives at some of the nation's largest retailers. This week, the CEOs of Target and Walmart told President Trump his trade war with China could disrupt supply chains and lead to massive shortages. Southern California consumers are worried they will pay the price.
Of course it's going to be affecting us.
Trump slapped China with tariffs of up to 145% on imported goods. Market analysts say stores like Target will be among the hardest hit because so much of its inventory is imported from there.
I don't think they're approaching it correctly.
Any number of products that you might not even think of are from China. You know, some of these home goods here in the store. You can see this one here, drawer organizer, over here, a soap dispenser. The list goes on and on.
Wine glasses, kids' toys, vacuum cleaners, portable beverage containers, pickleball gear, you name it, and a lot of it comes from China. The Trump administration says they're using the tariffs to fight back against China, accusing the country of taking advantage of American consumers.
而且这关税最后还是得老百姓自己掏钱。一个中产家庭一年得多掏$5000，这可不是吓唬人呀！当时沃尔玛的股票在宣布恢复采购中国商品之前，那是跌得惨不忍睹啊！这个股价都跌了12%，市值蒸发了920亿美元啊！这资本家可都是不见兔子不撒鹰的主啊！眼看着自己的钱要打水漂了，那不得赶紧想办法。所以说这个白宫的闭门会谈其实就是这些零售巨头集体造反。他们用数据和事实告诉特朗普你这么搞不行。最后三大巨头更是联合施压，若货架空了，2025年的大选你还想不想赢了？这话直接就戳中了特朗普的软肋。他现在最关心的就是能不能连任，毕竟他现在的支持率已经创历史新低了。
Tuesday will mark President Trump's 100th day in office. We have a brand new CNN poll showing Americans are turning on him after propelling him back into office just 6 months ago. According to this brand new poll, Trump's approval rating now standing at just 41%. To give you some context, that is the lowest for any president at this point in his term in the history of modern polling, going all the way back to Eisenhower. This beats the record Trump himself set at the 100-day mark of his first term back in 2017. Trump's approval sliding down 7 points from just late February.
In less than 3 months, taking the United States, the leading force economically, culturally, in all ways in the world, has just destroyed all of our standing, literally in 3 months. We are no longer the leaders in independence and freedom. We are no longer an economic powerhouse and empire. All the other countries are now planning the world without us. And for whatever reason, the audacity, the pompousness, the arrogance, y'all about to get y'all asses handed to y'all.
要说这关税那可真的是黑色幽默。特朗普政府当初是信誓旦旦的说这关税都由中国供应商来承担。结果呢，中国工厂直接就撂挑子不干了。你想这145%的关税谁受得了中国工厂又不傻是吧？凭啥要自己掏钱给美国政府交税？所以他们直接跟美国零售商说不卖了，你们自己看着办吧。这下可把美国零售商给难住了，他们赶紧去找这个商务部想让政府出面协调。结果呢，商务部约谈沃尔玛的消息一出来，美国零售商立马就怂了。为啥呢？因为他们知道这中国制造那真的是绕不开呀。现在倒好，沃尔玛为了保证货源不得不自掏腰包扛下这145%的关税。这不相当于自己打脸吗？承认中国制造根本就绕不开吗？而且这关税最后还是得美国老百姓来承担。你看这个特姆上跑步鞋的价格2周翻了1倍，婴儿车价格涨价了30%，美国老百姓这才回过味来，原来这关税的羊毛真出在自家羊身上美媒甚至都说美国人怕关税引起衰退，零食都快不敢买了。
We have reporting that consumers are so anxious in the New York Times, they're cutting back on snacks. That's the headline. Cutting back on snacks, worried about the economy. They're cutting where they can, anxiety translating to lower sales and profits for some of the largest consumer-oriented companies. And they're actually saying, yesterday, we're cutting back, we had a story about cutting back on salon visits, snacks, bar visits, anything where people feel they can get back $10.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been for a while, so maybe that's a leading indicator.
特朗普当初以为给沃尔玛3个月的时间就能在越南、印度找到替代的货源，结果呢， 越南工厂的质检合格率暴跌8%，印度连这个圣诞节装饰品都供不上货，更别说沃尔玛40%的货架商品都嵌着中国制造的基因，这就像沙漠里可及了眼儿。这时候别说145%的关税了，你就算翻2番你也得认栽啊！毕竟空货架可比高价标签更要命啊！而且这次中国供应商也是硬气得很直接抱团断供，这是逼得这个美国零售巨头不得不签城下之盟。这出反转戏码那比商战剧还带劲呢。要说特朗普为啥最后认怂了呢？那还不是因为他心里的小算盘打得啪啪响啊！佛罗里达的农民因为这个大豆出口暴跌都已经掀桌子了，摇摆州的货架空置直接就威胁到他的选票箱，这更别提 CPI 涨到6.2%，老百姓的生活压力那是越来越大。所以别看老特这嘴上硬撑着可能要降到20%的关税，身体已经很诚实的给沃尔玛开了绿色通道。这波操作那堪称当代政治行为艺术既要维持对华强硬的人设，又要暗搓搓的给企业放水，这演技难度那真是堪比奥斯卡影帝哦。这场关税大战最讽刺的结局就是亲手撕碎了美国再工业化的画饼。
Who pays tariffs? Trump has been saying for years now that it is foreign countries who pay for tariffs. That is not true at all. When I import goods from China, the second it reaches the port, it is held until I personally pay the tariff. It is shocking to me how few people know that, but I promise you, China is not paying the tariff. I'm paying the tariff. If I could have it made in the United States, I would be happy to pay a premium. The problem is that in many cases, the factories to build these products simply do not exist in the United States. If they do exist, the prices compared to China are astronomical. Now you might be saying, aha, Lee, if we add a high enough tariff, then the prices would be the same, and then you would choose U.S. manufacturing. The issue is the prices aren't even close to the same. Now, this is the box for my smaller bottle of hot sauce. I was never able to find any factory capable of making this in the United States at all, so I was never able to get a quote. To have a custom mold for this bottle made in China, it cost me $500. To have a custom mold made in Mexico cost $25,000. And keep in mind, this is still not American made. This is still foreign made. So you can probably see why a 50% or even a 200 or 300% tariff would still not make me or almost any other business move to American manufacturing for these sort of products, because it still doesn't make sense financially. Now, I know many people believe that this will inspire new factories to open up in the United States, and over time we will become more competitive when it comes to manufacturing strange items like hot sauce bottles. But I just ask people to imagine that you have $100 million to build a custom glass bottle factory. How long do you think it will take to open that factory? Are these tariffs permanent, or is this just a bargaining chip and they're going to go away tomorrow or next year? Let's say this president does want them to be permanent. By the time you open up your factory, won't we have a new president? And won't they just get rid of the tariffs?
特斯拉上海工厂95%的本土化率直接打脸，沃尔玛反手在中国狂开50家山姆捞钱。说到底政客是可以玩脱钩 cosplay， 但资本家只认真金白银。这眼瞅着5月15号的财报大限将至，沃尔玛90亿美元的中国货还在海上飘着呢。这场关税罗生门，那迟早是要见分晓啊！但无论结局如何，中国供应链用实力证明了，你可以不喜欢我，但就是离不开我。好了，今天就给大家唠到这儿了，记得订阅、点赞、分享哦！我是小懒，感谢您的支持，感谢。